Yeah, so I'm Corrine, this is Myroslava, and it's, what day is it, March 20 something? We're a month in, and so this is our fourth event, and we're here on Market Square again, sharing some information. We've registered our nonprofit now. We're official. We're Humanity for Free Ukraine. You can look us up on Facebook at Humanity for Free Ukraine. And our kind of pilot program that we've launched is Adopt a Neighborhood program, because now that we are moving into kind of the long haul for folks, we really want to establish some recurring, dependable support. There's a lot of self-organized groups, just like we've self-organized here in Belleville and grown from there. There's a lot of neighborhoods coming together, establishing, like care centers, refugee centers in schools or theaters in their town. So people are bringing food, bringing medicine, bedding, clothes. People are arriving from other parts of Ukraine with just their passport and they don't have anything. So they've come to maybe a slightly safer city on their way, who knows where. And so those types of groups, as well as those in cities like Kiev, who are being heavily attacked and have organized patrols against marauders in their neighborhoods. Russian soldiers trying to break in and steal things from abandoned houses, things like that. So there's a lot of things to be done, and it's a lot of regular people doing it, and they're also the ones kind of falling through the cracks. They're not the army, so they don't have funding that way. They're not the Red Cross. They're not getting all the money from the mall and everything all over. They're kind of somewhere in the middle. And so our goal is to really support those groups, those people who are just regular neighbors, trying to do what they need to do to protect their homes and their families. So we've been out today sharing that information with folks. Stopped by. We met some lovely woman who just drove from Kingston to come see us. She just arrived this week from Kiev to join her daughter in Kingston, and so we got to chat with her a little bit as she was looking for a local Ukrainian community to connect with. And we also met a nice little boy. Raymond came, and she's 2.5. He came and dropped his change in the jar. And all kinds of people stopping by and doing what they can. Got one nice man with a dog, came twice. He came and got a ribbon in the morning and then came back a few hours later with more money and to get more ribbons. And it's been a horrible weather day, so a little bit slow today, but people are still coming over, saying hi, chatting with us about the situation, and trying to just spread the word about this new initiative of ours too. So last week we did a table like this at the Belleville Senators game at the hockey arena. They played the national anthem of Ukraine, and they've got the flag up outside, and they gave us a space there to put a table, and that was really amazing. A nice big crowd of very, very kind people, and raised some money there. We raised almost $1,000 that night from Belleville Senators fans. And I believe they donated some of the concession proceeds as well to another organization. So a lot of things going on at the Senators games. And before that, the weekend before, we were at Christ Church here in Belleville. We did a poetry reading fundraiser where some of the local Ukrainian children and families each chose a poem, and we read it in Ukrainian and English, and a little history lesson interspersed in between. And you can find that on Facebook. It was live streamed, as well as on YouTube. It's posted, and we'll link to that on our Facebook page as well. And the weekend before that, we were here on Market Square in Belleville. That was our first event. We did a really amazing donation drive. At that time, it was still realistic to get physical items. Meast Corporation in Toronto was shipping humanitarian aid shipments to Ukraine, so we did a huge drive of physical items that went over a couple weeks ago from local Belleville residents, and fundraiser there as well. So we're trying lots of different things, seeing what's needed at any given week. It really changes week to week what can be most effective, and trying to just be out and about and visible and connect with the community so they know how to find us and what we're up to. So
it's a part of my first name. My first name is Myroslava, which literally means glory to peace, or the one who glorifies peace, actually.
Oh.
Yeah. Cool. So this is Myroslava. On the personal, level, what also is scary to me, because my mom is there. There was a chance that my mom, we were talking about development. If push comes to shove, what are you gonna do, And she's like, well, we have this house left from the grandma in some small village, I'm just gonna go there if something. And now a friend of hers who is in that village, she said that some just Russian marauders, like if they're the army, so they have the guns and everything, right, and they are rifles, whatever you call them, and they come in and they're like telling her, buy potatoes from us, and she's like, I don't need potatoes, I'm an old lady living alone, I have my own potatoes. And they're like, well, we don't care what you have, we need your money because we need to buy stuff, you know. And it's like, when I hear a story like that, it's like, it's, if people are asking me, is your are your relative safe, is your family safe there? Well, it's a relative. They are kind of safe, but anything like that can happen. And I don't know, I guess, how I can be here, being a Ukrainian, or just being a human being and knowing this is happening and be okay with that. And I feel like it's like the hype, you know, the news cycle, you know, and all those things, like it's moving on, and I don't feel right about that, right? I don't think we have the right to move on and start talking about, I don't know,
the next interesting
thing. It's not that. It's a tragedy that's happening, and it keeps happening. So, yeah.
But I hope that's one hope with our new program here, the Adopt a Neighborhood program, is that we also recognize and understand that people are fatigued from the news. They don't want to see anymore. They don't want to think about it, and that's also a human and reasonable response. So, you know, can we give people a way to feel confident that they're doing their part, but maybe they can also like turn it off a little bit. So like subscribe to the weekly support, say, all right, I know for myself I can do $2 a week, or I can do $10 a week or whatever, and you just set it up, kind of set it and forget it. I hate to say it, but like just to be able to turn off. You don't have to come here on Saturday and rah with us every time, but you know that in the background, you know that you're sending that little bit that you can, you know, out of your coffee money or whatever it is, and you know where it's going. So if you say like you want to adopt a specific neighborhood, you can read about them on our website, and basically every Sunday if you want us to, we'll send you a little update from them, you know, what's going on for them this week, what were they able to buy, you know, what are the conditions, kind of there, some notes of thanks and things like that, so you can have your connection if you want it, or you can just kind of set it up in the background and know that at least until it's over, you're doing your little part. So.